There are many fantastic footwear cities in this world, places that make and sell sublime boots and shoes, but it's quite possible that none can match Tokyo. My name's Ben Robinson, founder of Stitchdown, and to be honest, I can't remember a time when I didn't have a deep connection with what was on my feet. Today I'm lucky enough to spend my life learning from craftspeople who make some of the world's finest handmade boots and shoes. Every day, I get to deepen my understanding of the skill and artistry and toil it takes to make something exceptional, which this time has led me to Tokyo to visit factories, stores, and workshops for 3 days straight and learn as much as possible along the way. This is Soul Searching. Hey, I'm Ben from Stitchdown, and we're back for day 2 of boot shopping in Tokyo. Yesterday, we were all over Asakusa, an incredible epicenter of boots and shoes in Tokyo. Today, we're going to be moving all around the city to keep figuring out why, in my estimation, Tokyo is the greatest quality footwear city in the world. There's no better place to start than attractions. In Harajuku, the brand started by Tomo Nishizaki in 2006 when he was only 23 years old. Let's go in.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Good.
Oh man.
This place is so cool.
We got boots.
Boots.
All right, so attractions, big on engineers. Engineer boots, you love them. One of the main facets of the brand. I mean, these are really good. This is the 329?
Yes. Okay. 329.
This is the 329 engineer, which is fabulous. Where do you get the inspiration for this? You love rockabilly.
Rockabilly, yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell us a bit about that and why you love it and how it kind of flows into the boots?
まず小さい時に家族がみんな音楽が好きで楽器をやってて、父親も母親も。で、兄貴がロカビリーのバンドをやってて。で、小学生の時にアメリカの50年代をテーマにした映画をよく日本ではテレビでやってたんですよ。で、それで母親にアメリカの古い音楽のコンピレーションを買ってもらって、その音楽を聴いてたらロカビリーのバンドをやってた兄貴にロカビリーが好きならこれを聴けって言われて出されたのがジョニー・バーネット・トリオっていうハードコアなロカビリーがあって、それに特に影響を受けました。
And in Harajuku, there still is a rockabilly scene. Yes?
なんかちょっとニュアンスが難しいんですけど、そう日本独自のロックンロール文化とその本当オリジナルの 50s、50年代のロカビリーと、その後リバイバルのロカビリーでちょっとずつスタイルとかジャンルが違うんですよね。自分が地元から東京に出てきた時は原宿に全てのカルチャーが集まってて、そうロカビリー、ロッキンもいればパンクスもいて、で古着を好きな人もいればスケーターもいて、世界中のストリートカルチャー、音楽カルチャーみたいなのがギュッと詰め込んでる街っていうのが原宿でした。
It's so cool, man. I love it. And you're continuing it. You're driving it. I'd love to try on some engineers, but we got to talk about these ropers first.
Roper?
These things. Never seen a boot like this before. Like the texture on this print, on the leather, these little D-rings. I mean, these things are so cool. Where did this idea come from for ropers that look like this?
もともとこれはやっぱりヴィンテージの古い40年代50年代の洋服とかシューズとかそういうのから影響を受けた時に本当にこの40年代50年代にしかないデザインでこのローパーブーツっていうのがあって、カウボーイブーツでもウエスタンブーツでもなくてエンジニアブーツでもなくて、どちらかというとファッションブーツとしてあって、やっぱこれがこのロカビリーのなんかアイコン的なブーツだったんですよね。
Really cool. Can we go try on some engineers?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Every great Japanese footwear brand is wildly full of its own unique flavor. While I definitely saw overarching themes in terms of styles and a relentless dedication to quality, when you peer closer, what one brand creates is often totally distinct from the rest. Each speaks so loudly to different Japanese subcultures, and in some ways, Attractions pushes their core identity even further than the rest.
パイオニアの特徴はこの殺菌に対して こうホースバット1枚で間をスライスしてスライスしたところに薄い芯材を入れてます。
Engineer boots, distinguished by their tall height and single strap and buckle, are an American icon that Japanese bootmakers have lovingly adopted. Driven by endless research into vintage engineer boot patterns, the pieces of leather that are stitched together to create a finished boot upper, along with heel-shaped shoe lasts and every other detail, right down to the outsoles.
The built buck soles
オリジナルソール
will not slip.
今年から使い始めているオリジナルのビルトバックソールです。
And when you say original, are these the soles are actually vintage or the design is recreated?
これは当時あったじゃないかっていうようなデザインをオリジナルで作ってます。あとはやっぱりこうエンジニアのソールなんで、この内容、ゴムの内容も何を混ぜてるかとかそういうのも大事なんで、コードとこの硬さとか、あとは耐油性、その辺もちゃんとこだわって設定してるんで、すごくいいソールができたと思ってます。
So is there anything else that I should know about these engineers?
うち世界的にも珍しいのがエンジニアブーツをこれだけたくさんのモデル出してるっていうところはなかなかないと思うんですけど、そのラストが今3種類あって、それによって工場も分けてて、その工場の特性も生かした作り方をしてるのはうちのブーツの特徴でもあります。やっぱりこのブーツのメーカーとドレスのメーカーでアッパーのステッチングとかは全然やっぱりまず違うと。アッパーステッチ、ドレスファクトリー、ブーツファクトリー、ディファインステッチ。あとはブーツ、エンジニアブーツ特にシャフトの立ち上がりとソールのこの形状っていうのはすごく大事だなとは思ってます。あとはこのソールの削り方も見てもらうと、こういうハス型台形にこっちを削ってるのが分かると思うんですよね。これはウェルトに対して、ウェルトは少しこう斜めに入ってるんで、ウェルトに対して直角に削ると基本的に靴ってハス型になるんで、これはブーツのすごく大事な部分。あとはヒールの削り方もここがえぐれてストレートに落ちる、これが結構大事で、これは意外とエンジニアブーツでやってるところがなくて、ここを削った後にまっすぐ下ろさないとここがただえぐれて戻っちゃうっていう、これはどちらかって言ったらもうちょっと古い形ではあるんですけど、50年代のエンジニアっていうのは基本的にえぐれてまっすぐ落ちてるんで、ここは削り方も普通の削り方ではできないです。
Thank you so much, Tomo.
Thank you.
Absolutely wonderful visit. Boots are incredible. Thank you for everything. All right, that was attractions. The boots are incredible. Tomo is the man. We got to go to Wing Aoyama next. We'll see you there.
My first pair of truly great boots were Red Wing Iron Rangers. My second pair of truly great boots were Red Wing Iron Rangers. We still got them. Red Wing is in many ways the American boot brand worldwide, and 2024 is the 10th anniversary of their fabulous Tokyo shop in Aoyama, where I headed to meet Yuki Kobayashi, who heads Red Wing Heritage's always boundary-pushing Asia division.
The classic. I mean, this is in some ways where it all started for Red Wing. It's this boot right here.
We have to display the worn shoes because these are so much cooler than the new shoes, right? The customer wants to know how their new shoes gonna age.
Biggest thing I believe
Yeah,
in.
that excites everyone.
Style 578, 1950 to 1958. Can we bring those back?
We'll see.
Let's talk to Mike Larson, and we'll just redevelop.
Yeah, I
those.
love these boots too.
You have some of the Japanese only models here, right?
Yes,
that
we
everybody
still
in the
have
States
few.
is like, why can't we
Yeah,
get
we
these?
used to have so many styles that's only sold in Japan, but right now we only have few styles left because of the cyber attack we had like 3 years ago,
Crazy,
4 years
yeah.
ago. I don't know if you know that.
I do, yeah. Like everything kind of went down, and talking to Mike too, I mean the laser cutters wouldn't work, and they had to bring out all the old
all the recipe on
tools
the
and
computer,
presses and everything.
the cyber was gone.
Yeah.
So the whole bunch of like archival files and then papers that the plant need to like gather on a table, and then everybody was just
cyber-tagging Red Wing. It's
yes, 2020.
Yeah.
And then that was the beginning of COVID, getting
Yeah.
so serious too.
And it went down from hundreds of styles to like
To
a
like
dozen?
11.
Yeah, 11.
Yes.
It's amazing.
This is a flat box.
Back when flat box.
1960. This is one of the styles we fought so much to save during that cyber attack timing because this was just popular in Japan. That was so difficult to, save the style that was only sold in Japan.
And so basically, I mean, most Red Wings have a very substantial toe structure, like the leather toe puff in there and the Beckman flat box, nothing. So they end up looking a lot like these.
Very original.
Half sole.
The range of styles, old and new, in Red Wing Aoyama is absolutely wild. But even though those lineman boots were locked in the case, I had to get something on my feet.
Should we try some boots on?
Yeah, of course.
I think I gotta try on the flat box.
Yes, I recommend that.
I'm probably 10 and a half.
Okay.
Red Wing's influence over really, I think, so much of the entire boot world and how Red Wing has always been very relevant, but when Red Wing Heritage came along, I think it changed everything and it inspired so many of the Japanese makers that we've been seeing yesterday and today and tomorrow. What do you think about all that?
I think the Heritage Division helps to continue to preserve what Red Wing used to make before, right? So we are kind of like the past.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
many people, especially young people, they are fascinated by something that was old, authentic, or simple. And then because of our business in heritage, that we were able to protect the legacy or the traditions and the customs and the technique and craftsmanship. And then those things all together, Red Wing is so authentic. I think the people has this perspective. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a universal appeal of Red Wing, especially Red Wing Heritage, in that way. But it seems like maybe that's even stronger, or there's a unique flavor of it in Japan. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, Japanese people, because of the movies, with the music, all the influences that we have, I think we really, really love American casual culture. But that's like Levi's 501 or the Red Wing. That's something that never changes, transcends the time, but also design timeless. Okay, now may I show you a repair counter?
Oh, yes.
Everybody knows that Red Wing is repairable.
Yes.
But since COVID, sustainability mindset is more and more stronger among people.
Good.
So it makes more sense to buy a boots that can be, repaired. So this is where we explain, what we can do to, make your boots so that you can wear another 10 years.
And then you can get any of these sole options?
Yeah, actually, there's things, because of the constructions, there are things that we cannot do, but that's why it's important to have this counter to explain what you can do.
Ooh, what's this one? I don't think I've seen this before.
So this is the sole for engineer boots.
Ah, got it.
And then this is very important to repair engineer boots because right now we are not making any new engineer in Red Wing, Minnesota. So, people should
Yeah, if you got them,
Sure.
keep them going.
Yeah, boots.
Oh, man. All right. Really special Red Wing shop. I'm so glad that we got to go in there and hang out with Yuki, see all the old used boots, everything. Beckman flat box. Now, let's head over and meet Michiya. Let's keep the train rolling. All right, we're in Ebisu now. You might call it Daikayama. We're going to Jelado to meet Michiya Suzuki. Look at some Two Monkeys boots. There he is. Michiya,
Yeah, welcome to Japan.
how are you? Thank you.
Very good.
Let's pop in.
Yeah, please.
All right. So here we are in Jelado. Can you tell me a little bit about Jelado?
Right, Jelado is a brand of Americana, and the boss of Jelado, Goto-san, he has a big collection of vintage clothing. So many of those products are what he reproduced based on his vintage stuff.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of cool clothes in here, but we're kind of here to talk about boots. over here we've got your two monkeys boots, but I
Right.
do see some more back this way.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna get to those, but
Okay.
can we just check this out real quick?
And when it comes to Red Wing,
goods.
you know, they are one of the Red Wing dealers, and they always carry Red Wing.
Oh, is this the Beckman flat box?
Right, flat box, yes.
Classic. What else we got here? And these are just kind of random makers. Some old Nicks. But these are not in stock. Are these West Coast? Oh, these are Gelados.
That's kind of stock they still have. You know, this is a kind of Maker's X Jelado.
Should we go check out the two monkeys boots?
Right. So these are the boots. What I worked with Mr. Goto to they make these.
Yes.
Now we have three different types of shoe. One is sportive, as you know.
Yep.
The other one, what I named vaudeville.
It seems to fit.
Right.
And that's what you're wearing right now.
Yes, exactly.
Beautiful.
Vaudeville has a brown stuff. And this is a sideboard boot called Elastos.
These things are something, man.
It's from a very old shoe from Victorian era. You know, the made 1860s, 70s. People wore sideboard boots so much. So there used to be many different types of sideboard boots that existed.
They were lazy.
Right.
Very lazy.
Yeah.
They don't want to lace anything. And all of these, they share some characteristics, right? Where
These three styles of the two monkeys boots are made with a specific the construction, using Goodyear weight for forepart, and using maque or break stitch in the kind of back part.
underfoot, yeah.
Right, from waist to heel. So by doing that, we can make the waist of that boot very narrow.
Very narrow.
Right, and making a kind of this arch part, the very much curvy.
And this, and you can feel the heel counter coming all the way out there, which is pretty uncommon, right? I mean, just that, the tight waist. There's got to be fantastic arch support in these. And then, I love this. I mean, it's basically like a spade sole here.
That's right, yeah.
And what kind of leathers are you using for the uppers on these?
For this sportive, this is a kind of French cuff, dyed in Japan, to make it Tico. And otherwise, we don't have the Tico French cuff, so we do it in Japan based on the kind of brown, cuff leather.
Got it. And just like the heel shape on this thing. Oh man, it's
And
really exquisite.
the inspiration behind that is kind of there are a few pairs of the French vintage boots I used to have. They are made by hands-on construction with a lot of sculpture.
Sure.
Here, at the heel, many part of the shoe. They have their kind of very, what can I say, nice, elegant sculpture.
Yes.
And that's inspired me to use a Mokto design, but making it like those, very old classic boots.
And I think these are so fun because, to untrained eye, like they look like a pair of Mokto boots, maybe even like a pair of Red Wings, but
If you look closer to that, it's very different.
it's completely
Right.
different.
If you try, you understand it's really, really different in terms of the experience.
And the experience.
I want you to try
construction.
later on.
Oh yeah,
And
I'd
you're
love to
here to
try
do
some
that,
of these
right.
on. You look at it from there, it doesn't look subtle at all, but in wearing it, like it can grab you, but it doesn't overtake the boot. And I think this applies to this too. Could we talk about this last? With this
Right, yeah.
kind
This
of little
is
mini rhino horn
yeah.
here.
right. I tried to name it, but I couldn't find a good name.
Yeah.
And so this is just a kind of design element. But by doing this, its profile looks a little bit like the classic, the high toe or bulldog toe, boot back in 1910s, 1920s. So this was a kind of a little bit of accent to, adding a kind of atmosphere on that boot.
And this is the last you developed.
Yes, I did. I did by my hand.
Really?
Yes. Right.
It's cool, man. It's really, they're just so distinctive. And then on top of that, I mean, and you can see it from just, you know, the sole, and the calf leather, but it's a very lightweight.
Lightweight.
Very lightweight.
When I was really, designing that, I didn't think about weight. Just, the selecting the kind of material,
Yes.
selecting the constructions. Then the sample came in. Then it was so light. So, lightweight, sometimes it's not all good. But, wearing that, I started to trust that, this lightweight helps.
Yes.
Helps people to enjoy the boot, enjoy walking at the boots.
Yes. And they're all made in Japan.
Yes. Made in one factory in west part of Japan.
Yes. You gonna try some on?
Of course, yes.
All right,
Of
let's go.
course.
Michiya-san was formerly the GM of Red Wing Japan before heading off on his own direction with the Two Monkeys. His understanding of welted footwear development, manufacturing, and branding is remarkably deep, just like his grasp on the fascinating cultural aspects that drive Japan's love of footwear, something we'll tap into with him quite deeply later in this series.
Maybe these are my style. Maybe this is the new me.
Right.
Japanese boots look pretty fantastic online, but handling them in person is when you really begin to understand just how unique they all are.
All right, Michiya and here in Mishiku, not too far from Shibuya, and we're here to see Fukushima-san at Hopesmore.
お久しぶりです。
This place is incredible, I can tell already.
It's a very, very unique store. No other store like this exists any part in the world.
For over a decade, Fukushima-san has amassed the worldwide collection of rare and vintage Red Wings and other boots at Hopesmore, and they're all for sale. Well, mostly.
Why this? Why open this store and sell these boots? What do you love about it?
まあ当時こういうブーツ専門店っていうのは今までなかったので、ヴィンテージに関してはリーバイスの専門のヴィンテージショップとかが、原宿とかで古着であったんですけれども、そこにインスピレーションを受けてブーツでこれをできないかっていうのがスタートです。
I've never seen any place like this anywhere in the world.
いつも人気があるのはこのエンジニアですね。レッドウィングのエンジニアですね。
The most popular one here is a Red Wing engineer.
Yes. Well, they don't make them anymore.
もう作ってないですね。
And then where do you find these boots? Do customers, I guess, sell to you? People will sell to you, or do you go find them?
マーケットで探すことももちろんあるし、お客さんからの買い取りもあるし、両方ですね。
And then what are these? Are these Red Wings?
レッドウィング。
What is the story here?
これはポリスマンっていうモデルで60年代ですね。こちらも。
It's also made in early 60s.
このタグですね。
This lining is amazing. It's difficult to process this place right now.
だからもうブーツに関してはジーパンとかデニムとかに比べてもう圧倒的に残ってる現存してる個数が少ないのでかなりレアですね。
These Vibergs, these are like probably 2010, 2011 Vibergs with the fabric, just absolute bricks, 245s.
そうですね。そうですね。
Oh yeah, I love Viberg. I wish these were 10 and a half. But they're not. And yeah, just all these Red Wing mocks. We were just in the Red Wing store, and they came out again with something similar to this, but these colors, these leathers. I mean, you're never going to see these things again.
When I worked in Red Wing, sometime I got a phone call from consumer saying, I got this old Red Wing, do you know when it is made? I often call him and ask him the question, my customer saying that. And he immediately gave me answers. So he's a person who had the richest knowledge about the past Red Wing products.
It seems like you're running the right store for you.
そうですね。そうですね。つまですけど。はい。
So this is the end of today, day 2 in Tokyo, boot shopping. We're gonna be back at it tomorrow, checking out some absolutely fantastic stuff. Clinch boots in the morning, and more. So check that one out too, but you gotta go and shut down for the day. I think I might need to stay here and try some boots on.